The last Halloween toy. There's something peculiar about Halloween, how the veil feels thinner, how even the most mundane places like a neighborhood grocery store seem to hum with quiet magic. My daughter Nancy and I both frequent the same store, though we rarely go at the same time. We've crossed paths in the produce aisle once or twice over the years, but generally, our visits pass like ships in the night. This year, Halloween seemed to have arrived early. Decorations appeared before the leaves had fully turned. Orange and black displays line the store's aisles, featuring candy, costumes, and a small selection of limited edition Halloween toys, cheap plastic trinkets, really, but with flashing eyes and wailing sound chips that kids went crazy for. My daughter had picked up one of these toys, a little ghost that glowed blue and cackled, during a visit with her son. She'd hoped to get a matching one for her daughter, but the bin was empty. According to what she told me later, she had asked a young clerk if there were any left in the back. The woman had shaken her head apologetically. I was hoping to get a second one, my daughter had said with a sigh. One for each of my kids. My daughter's really into ghost stories. The clerk had nodded with a faint, knowing smile. I'll keep an eye out. Days passed. I didn't know any of this, of course. On Halloween afternoon, I stopped by the store for a few last-minute items: cider, a pumpkin pie, some candy we'd inevitably eat ourselves. I wasn't dressed for the occasion, but the store was filled with customers in costume. Behind the register was a young woman with pale skin, glittering eyeliner, and a name tag that read Lydia. A small plastic bat clung to her ponytail. She rang up my items with a practiced rhythm, but paused halfway through scanning the pie. She tilted her head, squinting at me. "Wait a second," she said slowly. "Are you Nancy's dad?" I blinked. Yes, I am. Do you know her?" Lydia smiled. There was something oddly calm about her demeanor, something that didn't quite match the store's chaotic energy. "She was here a few days ago, looking for one of those Halloween ghost toys." "Oh," I said, curious. I hadn't heard. She wanted a second one. Said it was for her daughter. Lydia bent down and reached under the counter. I found one later, tucked behind a shelf. The last one, actually. She held it up like it was a relic, just a silly toy, really, but the lights flickered on at her touch. Blue sparks danced inside the plastic, and the ghost let out a high-pitched cackle. It sounded too real, somehow. "I've been saving it," she said, her eyes meeting mine. "Thought she might come back, but maybe it was meant for you to deliver." I called my daughter on the spot. "Hey, do you still want that ghost toy?" I asked. She sounded surprised. "Wait, they found one? Seriously?" "Yes." "Grab it." I handed over the money, thanked Lydia profusely, and left with the toy in a little orange bag. As I stepped outside, I could swear I heard her say, almost under her breath, "Every child should have their ghost." Later that night, after trick-or-treating and too much sugar, my daughter and I sat on the porch, sipping cider and watching the kids parade by. We laughed about the kindness of the clerk and how uncanny it was that she recognized our connection. "I'm telling you," my daughter said, shaking her head. "I didn't even say your name. She just knew we were related." That's spooky, right? We didn't think much of it at the time. But the next week, my daughter went back to the store to thank the clerk again. She asked for Lydia by name. The cashier at the register gave her a blank look. "We don't have anyone here by that name," she said. And no one working that shift matched that description. My daughter described her pale skin, glitter makeup, a bat in her hair. The woman frowned. "There was someone like that who used to work here a few Halloweens ago. Left kind of suddenly. But no, there's no Lydia here now. The ghost toy still works. It sits on my granddaughter's shelf, glowing faintly even when the batteries are out." We don't talk about it much, but every Halloween I find myself looking around the store a little more closely, wondering if Lydia will be there, behind the register, saving something special for someone else who needs a little extra magic. Or a message from the other side.